Hello everybody, how you doing today? I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. The wife and I had recently taken a trip out of Seattle up to Alaska on the Carnival Spirit, and what a beautiful ship she was. We had an absolute blast, guys. But what I decided to do was on one of our sea days, I was going to walk this ship from the bottom all the way to the top and just kind of give you a tour of the Carnival Spirit. The Carnival Spirit was built in 2001 and just had its latest refurbishment in 2022. The ship is 963 feet long, it's 186 feet wide, and it has a gross tonnage of 88,500 pounds. The Spirit can hold up to 2,600 guests and 930 crew. Deck 1, or the Riviera Deck, is mostly staterooms or cabins, but the Punchliner comedy bar is up in the front part of the ship. Now, they were having like an art auction or something setting up this day that I walked through, but those pictures are usually not in there. From here, you can take the staircase out of Punchliners up onto Deck 2, or the Promenade Deck on the ship. Here's where you'll find the first floor to the Pharaoh's Palace main lounge. This is a 3-level theater that covers Decks 2, 3, and 4, and they have a lot of the nightly shows and the musicals are put on in here as well. As we leave the Pharaoh's Lounge and continue on Deck 2, you're going to run into the Monarch card room down there, as well as the Fountain Cafe. Continuing down the port side, you're going to run into the Red Frog Pub. This Key West and Caribbean-inspired pub often has live music and karaoke, as well as a full-stocked bar. There are lots of different kinds of table games in here, as well as nightly drink specials, guys. It's a lot of fun to hang out in here. Continuing on, right outside of the Red Frog Pub, you'll run into the Skybox Sports Bar. Guys, this place is loaded with big screen TVs, and any kind of live sporting event that's happening right now will be on these TVs. Continuing on our way out of the sports bar there, you're going to run into Louis XIV Casino. Plenty of slot machines here, guys, as well as, again, a full stocked bar, and plenty of table games as well if you like blackjack and things like that. Continuing on outside of the casino, you'll run into the Bonsai Sushi restaurant. Guys, there is a lot of free food on this ship, but this place is not one of them. There is an upcharge to eat here. I don't know how much. I'm not a big sushi fan, so we did not try this one out. Next spot we're going to run into, guys, is the main atrium on the ship, where on the other side you can get shore excursions and guest services and yet another bar. But look at this place. It's just beautiful. You get the glass front elevators and one of the nicest places on the ship. And guys, just like what we're passing here, there are so many places just sit and look out at the ocean, and they did call out whales when they seen them from the bridge, and you could jump up and look out these windows and see those whales outside. It was kind of neat. Next, we're going to come up on the Alchemy Bar, guys. I know yet another bar on the ship, but this one's a little different, guys. It kind of caters just to you. They kind of make the drinks just the way you'll like them. It's a little different type of spot. You should stop there if you get a chance. In the very back of the ship, on both decks 2 and 3, is the Empire Restaurant. They're in there eating right now, so I'm going to go up to the third floor and show you what it looks like from up there. The Empire Restaurant is an elegant space with an amazing view. 2 floors with full-service dining and wait staff. Leaving the restaurant and continuing on Deck 3, we will pass through the Deco Lounge, and there's a place called Soul Play off to the left here, guys. This is where you can do some arts and crafts and painting. They kind of show you how to do some of that stuff. Next, we're going to come up on the third floor atrium and the Pixels Gallery. Guys, this is where you'll find all those pictures they take of you when you get on and off the ship on the gangway there. The Fun Shops, as they call it, is also located on Deck 3 of the Spirit. Guys, you're going to be able to find just about anything you want here, from liquor and tobacco all the way to fine diamonds, jewelry, watches, clothes. You name it, guys. You're probably going to find it in this section of the ship. The piano bar is pretty quiet right now. Obviously, there's nobody in here, but this place is hopping most nights, guys. I mean, he's up there playing the songs. They're singing along, and they're throwing money in his tip jar, guys. It looks like a great place to hang out. Located just outside of the piano bar is a place called the Warehouse. And guys, this is just a big arcade is what it is. If you plan on spending a little bit of your downtime or your sea day in here, bring some money. These games are not cheap. And that puts us back up at the front of the ship, guys, in the third floor of the Pharaoh's Lounge. Guys, this next spot is one of my favorite spots. I spent a lot of time here, and it's just outside of the Pharaoh's Lounge. It was a place called the Jungle, guys, and I'm telling you what, I think it was a hidden gem because not hardly anybody was ever up here when I was up here. You had the whole place kind of to yourself, and it's such a relaxing place with some amazing views. I spent a lot of time here, guys. Like I said earlier, guys, I think it's kind of a hidden gem. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's ever up here. But if you're looking for a quiet place to kind of hang out, maybe drink some coffee, read a book, the jungle wraps around the entire front part of the ship on deck 3. So make yourself comfortable up there sometime and check it out. I think you'll enjoy this space. Guys, I wanted to walk the staircase from deck 3 to 4 just to kind of have you take a look at how elegant some of these decorations are, and just the stairways alone on this ship. Really, the only thing left to show you on deck 4 is the very top level of the Pharaoh's Lounge, guys, where this is as high as you can go in that auditorium. The rest of deck 4, as well as 5, 6, 7, and 8, are all staterooms, and we'll just move on to deck 9. I am going to take the glass front elevators, though, because why not, right? Guys, I will give you just a little bit of word of warning, though. Although I'm not afraid of heights, and I think this is absolutely beautiful, if you have any fear of heights, I would suggest not taking these glass elevators. It is a long way down when you look down from the atrium. Once we get out of those glass elevators, we're going to be on deck 9, or the Lido Deck, about midship, which will take us by Guy Fieri's Burger Joint. This place isn't open right now, but when it is, it's usually a line there, and over there's the toppings bar for it. Just about any way you want a burger, it'll happen right here. Here we're at the main pool, or the dome pool, they call it. It has the dome over it, obviously because we're in Alaska, but in nicer weather they can pull that back. You can also watch the big screen and watch movies here as well. As you're leaving the main pool area, you run across the Red Frog bar, or rum bar here, which is just kind of an extension of the bar we saw earlier, guys. As we step outside here, guys, you really start to feel that cool Alaska breeze or Alaska weather as we come up on the aft pool. This is the pool in the back. It is not heated, and as you can see, there's a net over it. Nobody's swimming in that thing today. If you go all the way forward on deck 9, you can actually walk out to the very bow, or the front part of the ship, which it has a beautiful view for sure, but I'm telling you what, guys, it is really quite cold. Up front and on either sides of the ship, there's this extension platform that you can go out and kind of look down the side of the ship. Kind of gives you an idea of just how massive these vessels really are. I wanted to do a quick selfie up there, guys, just to kind of give you an idea. Maybe you can see how much that wind is blowing up there, and it was a cold wind too. Getting inside out of the cold on deck 9, we ended up walking into, this is the spa and relaxation area. There are a lot of private rooms here where they offer several different types of massage therapies and aroma and light therapies, but there is an upcharge to use those services on the ship. This is another one of those little hidden gems that I think people just don't know about, so they don't use it. But in the relaxation area, it is free to use. They have their own kind of hot tub or sauna up there, but nobody's ever in it. I just don't think people know about it. So there's a little tip for you, a little trick. Come up here, guys, I think, if you want to use a hot tub and not be crowded. There are two types of people on a cruise, guys. There's those who work out during their cruise, and there's those that should be working out during their cruise. I fall into that second half, guys. There's no reason, no excuses. They have an amazing gym on this ship. It's just, I just do not work out when I'm on a cruise. I don't know what it is. Plenty of treadmills with an amazing view, and all kinds of cycle machines. And if you're done with that aerobic workout, they also have medicine balls and strength training machines up on the top part of the gym area there. Anyway, enough of this place, guys. It's making me feel guilty. I am out of here. Continuing on deck 9 on the port side this time, headed back into that main pool area, you're going to run into the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. Continuing past the pool, you're going to run into the Blue Iguana Cantina and Salsa Bar. They serve made-to-order tacos and burritos here, including breakfast burritos. Continuing on inside, you get to Midship, where they have the Lido Cafe. This part of the ship, you get your complimentary beverages like the coffee, the water, and the juices. But guys, I want to take you up this glass staircase to the restaurant up top, mainly just because I want to show you the view over into the atrium. So if you're afraid of heights, you might want to fast forward through this part. Here we go, the view from the very top of the ship all the way to the bottom of the ship. Guys, that's where we first started the video, down there at the main atrium just a little while ago. So it shows you just how tall these ships really are. You can continue on up these steps. Is it's a dining room up here, guys. You got to make reservations for this one. But up above is the funnel, the big red funnel you see on top of these ships. This one is see-through, and we'll take a look at that here in just a second. If you continue on down the Lido Cafe area, you're running into a place called the Deli, which is on the left-hand side here. You're going to be able to get a whole wide range of hot and cold sandwiches here. as well as French fries if you'd like. But what they don't have is potato chips, guys. I like potato chips with my sandwiches. I don't know about you. There are several all-you-can-eat buffets in this area of the ship, but most of them are closed right now simply because they're switching over from breakfast to the lunch menu. One part of this area that is never closed is the pizzeria. You can get this pizza any time of the day or night, guys, and it's made fresh right for you. You can get Caesar salad here as well. On the very back of the ship on Deck 9, you're going to run into the Serenity Deck, or the Serenity area, which is, you have to be 21 years or older to get back here. No kids allowed. Now, guys, this is an open deck back here, but unlike the front of the ship, on the same deck, much less windy back here, and I do believe it is because we are in the back of the ship. These clamshells back here, I believe, in my opinion, have an amazing view of the wake back behind the ship there. And it's not showing up right now, but the Serenity hot tub and Serenity pool area of the ship here has heated water in it. And a lot of times you can see the steam rising up out of this area, guys. But it wasn't happening right now, so I didn't get to capture that on camera. But that is heated water back there. All right, I say that's going to about do it for Deck 9, the Lido deck. But there is a lot going on that deck, guys. You're not going to miss it. So let's work our way on up to Deck 10, the Sun Deck. The Sun Deck is exactly what it says it is, guys. You can walk all the way around this part of the ship. There's table games. There's all kinds of stuff up here that you can do. But it is as it states. If it wasn't so cloudy out here and we weren't in Alaska maybe, this is the Sun Deck. There is no shade up here. So you're going to be walking around in the sun up here and laying out and getting that tan if you'd like. I am going to take a quick detour off of Deck 10 here and step up on this little part they have in the center here. I don't know if there's a name for it or not, but from up here you can definitely look down into that covered pool area that we were walking through down on the Lido deck. But from up here you can kind of get a 360-degree view of the top part of the ship or Deck 10. Kind of a crow's nest area, guys. I don't know what you would call this area, but kind of a neat place to be. Next, we'll make our way on up to Deck 11. Aft is where you're going to find the water park or the water slides up here. The entrance to them anyway. They come out on Deck 10 down there. But this is, they were closed the day I was up here. I don't know if they were doing maintenance or it's just too cold for anybody to be in it anyway. And since we're right here, we're going to take a quick detour up to the observation deck, or sky deck they call it, to take a look at that whale tail, the Carnival's famous whale tail, and that big red funnel. If you remember earlier, guys, when we were standing on that glass staircase looking down into the atrium, well, this is the upper view or the top view of that restaurant that we were talking about where you had to make reservations to eat at. But this is on top of that funnel looking down into that restaurant. Pretty cool. And once again, as you can tell, I am back into that bitter, cold, harsh wind of Alaska. And last but not least, guys, we'll take a look at Deck 11 forward, the sports deck. There is a full circle running track on this deck, but with the way the winds are today, I'm not sure I would want to be up here running. There is a 9-hole mini golf course set up there on the top deck too, but we didn't give it a try this time. We've played it on other Carnival cruises before, and they're a lot of fun, guys. They're just not really that challenging. There is also a full basketball court up here that's surrounded by netting to help keep the ball in. But I think with the wind today, it would be a lost cause for sure. This dome skylight over here to the left side is, you remember the gym area where he had the hot tub that I said hardly anybody ever used? Well, this looks directly down onto that hot tub. Well, guys, that's going to about do it for the Carnival Spirit ship tour. I really appreciate y'all coming along, and if you'd like to see any of the other stuff we did during this Alaskan cruise, any of the ports of calls that we went to, some more fun we had aboard the ship, please feel free to check out the description below and see what kind of fun we had. But anyway, in the meantime, guys, I appreciate y'all coming along, and see you on the next one, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one.